All right, here's the deal.
Cincinnati Reds are putting out a Pete Rose bobblehead doll.
Right.
Do you think that's right, given what's just happened? I know how he was responded to, that he's on Fox doing baseball analysis. Are we trying to recreate a Pete Rose? Do you feel good about that?
I hope not.
I'll leave it open-ended.
Oh, no, I hope not. He's such a turd. No, I hope not. Look, Pete Rose is to Cincinnati as Barry Bonds is to San Francisco. Bad guy, one bet, one cheated, but in those respective towns, they love their guy. Because Pete Rose brought a lot of success to Cincinnati and the Big Red Machine. Barry Bonds brought a lot of success to San Francisco and gave those fans a lot of enjoyment, even though they knew he was cheating. And people in Cincinnati knew that Pete Rose was a turd, but they still clapped when he came to the plate, clapped when he dove into second base head first, clapped the whole Charlie Hustle thing, named a street after him right outside the stadium, Pete Rose Way. Everybody else outside of Cincinnati and San Francisco, we really dislike those guys, and for good reason. So if Cincinnati wants to do a bobblehead night, you know what? I don't know how they do it with a clear conscience, but I guess if I'm a lifelong Reds fan and a lifelong Rose fan, I want the bobblehead on my kitchen table. I don't know, but as an outsider looking in, I don't want to celebrate those guys at all.
But in Vegas, in Caesar shops or whatever it's called, the Forum shops, he's always setting up at a table
out in
there.
the hallway at the Forum
shop.
So it's not
just
signing
Cincinnati
autographs.
people. There's people that.
Yeah. You know what that is, though, Wood? You and I have seen this 100 times, and 1,000 times, and you've had people come up to you asking for autographs as well. Sometimes it's not about the autograph. They just want to get close to somebody that they've seen on TV or they've seen in the movies.
Oh, really? I thought they liked me.
No.
I said
sometimes.
come up to me.
There are plenty of people but they really want to talk to you more and touch you and see you up close in person, rather than actually collect a piece of paper.
You're right. They do want to touch me. That's what bothers me. Don't touch me. Don't touch me. I'll do the photo, but don't do the touching thing. That's not nice.
Or wash your hands beforehand.
Would you like to hear a short story? We have a moment. Sure. You're trying to search for something. So I go to the Pro Football Hall of Fame when Floyd Little got in.
Sure. About 3-4 years ago.
And because of the ESPN thing, and you go through this, because of the ESPN thing, it's not me. And I go through life recognizing it's not me, it's ESPN. I must have had my photo made with 5,000 people. Easily.
Yeah.
Little girls from Dallas that were dressed up in Cowboys uniforms, and their parents actually sent me a picture later and thanked me for being so nice to their daughter. And I 5,000 people, and touching in the photos and talking and asking about teams. And so I leave after Floyd goes through his deal, and it's a long, hot day. You've been there.
Sure.
And it's really hot during those ceremonies. The players are playing that. It's long, and it goes on for 2 days. And I leave about midnight, 1 o'clock in the morning. I got to get on a plane out of LeBron's old town, whatever that is, Akron, and fly back to Denver and do around the horn. And I'm leaving the stadium at midnight, and there's a bunch of guys over there drunk that are like the last people leaving, and they're having their last 18 beers or whatever. Woody Paige. And I went, hi guys, hey, good to see you. Get over here. We want you to drink with us.
Get over here?
Yeah, get over here. Guys, I got to go. I got to catch a plane real early. And as I walk away, and I will clean this up, and one of the guys says to all the rest of them, see, I told you he was a all the words that you think of. And I thought, you can kiss 5,000 babies and be nice to 5,000 people, and at the end of the day, your last thought before you go to sleep is, somebody just called you. And I thought, if that doesn't show you that it's what you're talking about, people just, they don't care about that. I'm sure you get it. They don't really, they just want to touch you.
Yeah. What do you think about the bobblehead giveaway?
I wouldn't buy it. I would take it and bobblehead it. I would think knucklehead would be a good word. The Pete Rose knucklehead doll. Because he was a knucklehead. He had everything in the world, and that wasn't enough. He was addicted to gambling, and he lied about it, lied about it, lied about it. And that's kind of, I'm coming back to the Tom Brady thing. And here's what the commissioner said. And we didn't discuss it. And for people who joined us late, we had the first hour was a lot of good authority people, Mike Florio and Chris Chase. And,
a sports law professor.
Yeah, we had a lot of good stuff. Well, the one thing we did touch on, Goodell said in making his ruling that he compared Tom Brady to steroids, that his actions were that he got an advantage about that. Would you go so far as to say that it should be compared to steroids?
He did skirt the rules. We think it did give him an advantage. So, yes, that's what steroids do.
Why would the reference be made?
That's what steroids do. They give the athlete an advantage.
He used that for his...
it sounds kind of harsh. It sounds
But he used that as a
bit
gauge
over the top
for his 4 games. Yeah. That the first time you're found guilty of steroids, you are suspended for 4 games.
It sounds a little over the top, but when you really dissect it, it's cheating.
It just seemed, I don't know that I'd make that comparison.
Yeah.
Those are apples and oranges, really. I think it lives on its own.
So basically what you're saying is you don't want the bobblehead.
No, but that was our stream of consciousness, because every day I have a stream of consciousness. I do. My last half hour of sleeping every night, I'm kind of really not in a deep REM or whatever they call it, where you're really deep. And then I'm going through thoughts about this show or everything, and I go, I don't like that last half hour. I should set my alarm a half hour earlier, and I wonder whether I would still have that last half hour before that. Is that part of the last half hour, or is it, if you're pushed out of it, if you set the alarm, you don't have to deal with that crap at the end of your night of sleep? Go ahead. That's my stream of consciousness.
That last segment of Free Association was brought to you by Cooney Lexus of Greenwood Village, Colorado's #1 volume Lexus dealer. Conveniently located at I-25.
Forget about it. We talk about that every day.